Okay, obviously you've done handicapping and now you want to get the results into the databases so that essentially, not so much to see who won, but really to use that information for self-tuning. Anyway, you want under the main program, go under race results, and you'll launch the program. Just so that you know, there's actually 3 different separate programs. One is the handicapping program, one is the race results, and the other one is self-tuning. They're actually 3 independent programs, but they communicate and work in tandem with each other. And at race results, you can download the racing card. This will bring up an Explorer type subroutine. It'll go over to BrisNet. But what I would recommend is that you just use whatever Internet Explorer, whatever you're using to search the web. Use what you're used to. Go over to BrisNet. Of course, you have to be registered with them, and then download one of 2 files, and I'll show you that in a moment. But once it's there, and I would recommend you put it under C:handicap, that's the main subroutine for this program, you could unzip it. You can unzip file charts or the comprehensive charts. If you're looking for full charts, it'll default over to C:handicap, and then the results in the zip format would be shown. You would select, your current one, hit yes, unzip, and then it'll unzip it and then store it back in C:handicap. You can do the same thing with the comprehensive charts. Let's see. And I don't have anything under C:handicap. I think I've got mine under results, so let's take a look. Yeah, here's one. And that's the one. You hit yes, and it would successfully unzip it. Okay, so once it's unzipped, then you're going to add it to the database. So let's say if it was a full chart. Now, what's the difference between these 2? Why do we have 2 selected? Well, to be honest with you, you really should use the comprehensive full chart. It's $1 a file. The full chart is 50 cents a file. If you're not going to use self-tuning and you just want to look at the results, you could use the full charts. The comprehensive has the payouts, your win, play shows, your exotics, and so on. So program likes to use those so it could help you determine if whether or not your waiting files are making money for you, okay? So I would recommend the comprehensive full charts. But once you've added them to the database, so for example, let's say you want to add a particular file to the database, it'll go out, it'll look, and notice it's saying that the results are already in the database, so no additions were made. So again, it's not going to give you multiple data entries. Then you can go under the database manager. It'll take a moment because it's pulling up all the racing results. Just give it a second here. And let's say you want to look at Delaware Park, because that's my home park. And down here you want to look at 9/1/21, 10/28, 21. You can come up here, you can hit filter the races, and then those races would be shown. One thing I wanted to show you is, for example, I use the comprehensive, so you're going to see for this one, the payouts are in here, okay? And what else can you do under race results? You can also look at track bias. So for example, again, we'll look at Delaware Park. We'll look at 09/01 to 10/28. And let's say you want to look at Dirt Fast. I'm going to put this less than 1760, which would give us the sprints. You can just look at those for a moment. And here you're going to see the post positions that were winning for that filtered races. Let's see. You could also look under. We don't need to do update posts. Yeah. So here you're going to see the public percentage of wins, and of course you're looking at the par finish times for the filtered race. Okay. So you can go back out, come back to the main screen, and that's essentially it. You can exit the program, and you can obviously go back to your main screen.